Hello, world.
All right, so we are back in the Cybertruck with cyber CROs in the Cybertruck. We have two joining us right now. We have Robert Amezcua, who is the SVP Global Sales at Forescout, and Craig Weimer, who is the head of Americas Sales at Forescout as well. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Are we popping the cherry for Amezcua and Weimer in a Cybertruck?
First time in a Cybertruck.
And what's your first impressions?
I liked all the attention we're getting. I don't normally get this kind of attention.
People are stopping us and taking our photo and
Yeah,
pointing and nudging and the whole thing.
yeah. I feel like the belle of the ball right now.
So, Robert, you've been in cybersecurity for a long time. Tell me about your first ever RSA conference that you remember.
Oh boy, you don't want to know those stories, but man, it was a long time ago indeed. I will tell you, San Francisco was a much cleaner place. I remember this city coming here, and I'd go back. I'd get a little trolley to take back to my children who were much younger at the time, and I'd even maybe take my wife a souvenir, and we'd make plans to come back out and spend a weekend here. And it's just a different place these days.
It's a very different place.
But the RSA conference is still a thriving metropolis of cyber family, so that's always good to see.
Yeah, it keeps on going and going. It's like the Duracell bunny, right?
It does. Even the surrounding environment can't put an end to it.
What about you, Craig? What was your first ever?
Gosh, a lot of what Rob said, but I think it goes back to the early days of Blue Coat when we were also thriving and making plans to do a lot of other things before and after. But again, it's great to see so many different people and partners out here now. It's definitely made a comeback post-COVID, and it's great to see. So happy to be here and working with so many great people.
And this is your first one where you go for a drive with someone at an RSA conference. So it's good to be different, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, though, this Cybertruck has 175 miles left in the charge. What's going to last longer, my Cybertruck or the SDR function?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I'm betting on the Cybertruck. I'm betting on the Cybertruck.
Okay. So, big topic today is the Wiz announced their billion dollar round at $12 billion valuation. If you look out 5 years, who is going to have the higher valuation, Palo Alto or Wiz?
Wow. Man.
You thought late in the day you get the easy questions, right?
I think Craig should have to answer that question. I mean, it's funny that you asked though. Like I was talking to somebody this morning, and I believe in finite math, right? Being able to draw straight lines between things and numbers adding up, and for good reason, and all that stuff. I'd be curious for somebody to explain what the difference between a market cap and a valuation is, because market cap seems to be like a straight line correlation to real value. Valuations, I still haven't been able to really derive what makes them up, but I like the math if you're on the good side of it. That's for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. It creates a lot of buzz and excitement around this industry, talking about a bunch of valuation type stuff, but my money's on Palo Alto. They've been able to stand the test of time. They've somehow made the firewall a platform and surrounded it with all kinds of things. And, I think they probably win in the end.
Are you trying to partner with Palo Alto? Is that
yes, we are. Size matters.
Speaking of the platform, let's play fizzle or sizzle. So is this thing going to fizzle out or is this thing going to sizzle? And my first question for you is the Palo Alto desire to be the cybersecurity platform out there. Is that a fizzle or a sizzle in the next few years?
Man, do I just have to pick the word? Fizzle or sizzle? I think fizzle.
Why? Go with your gut. Come on.
I don't think people... I mean, I like the idea of platform for sure. I think people buy in those sort of ways, but you and I have actually experienced at platform companies and, over time, if you're going to buy into platform, number one, you feel held captive. Number two, you feel leveraged. Number three, eventually you have to settle for good is good enough. And I don't think buyers by design are ready to do those three things long term. Near term, you might get them. Long term, I think it fizzles.
And when we were at McAfee, I mean, that's what we were trying to do, right? We had the whole platform around EPO. We had an innovation alliance that went with it. We were building the DXL. And yet it didn't seem to, it got some traction, but not a whole lot of traction. That was my impression. Would you agree with that? And
yeah,
if so, what do you think the problem was?
Well, I think, there's two things I would say with respect to that. I think EPO was a little bit different, and the EPO was very self-serving to McAfee at the time, but it was also very value add to our customers, and it was actually value add to the ecosystem. EPO actually made a lot of those connected frameworks and those connected ecosystem of tools better as a result of being better managed, being better orchestrated, being better automated, and all that kind of stuff, right? I don't see anything inside the center of other people's platforms making anybody else better. There's way too self-serving.
That's an interesting point because, there was 120 companies in the SIA, right? And the Security Innovation Alliance, we called it. Probably 30, 40 of them were truly well integrated. And to your point, right, they had their own management tools, but they just perhaps weren't that good, or I don't know, they didn't have the deployment of scale.
Mm-hmm.
And what EPO gave them was actually a good thing to go and make themselves
Yep.
be more valuable for their prospects.
That's right.
And what it gave McAfee was a hotbed of companies to acquire
It did.
because they already did the work to integrate with EPO.
It was a farm league for technology.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. By the way.
Yeah.
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 And, the customers that were using those disparate tools got value out of the integration, right? It made that disparate tool better. It made that disparate tool connected. It allowed data sharing, console integration, data integration, all those different things that they seek and desire. It was a great framework. And it's stood a bit of the test of time.
What's a bigger waste of money, the Cybertruck or a booth at Black Hat?
Definitely a booth at Black Hat.
Look at this thing. This is not a waste of money. This is beautiful.
This is beautiful. This thing is amazing. Like, and by the way, this guy's staring at us again, so it's good.
Yeah, that's a little bit different than other people staring at us.
Yeah, and that guy's
We should
staring
probably
at us like
take off.
Yeah, is this thing actually bulletproof? Like, do we know that for a fact?
Can I carjack that thing? I think that's what he's
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pipes on that truck. It's getting dicey.
And what's a bigger waste of time, driving around San Francisco in a Cybertruck in the terrible traffic, or reading the sales advice on LinkedIn?
Well,
Given that I give some sales advice,
I
on
was
LinkedIn.
gonna say that is a very trick question, my friend, because I do read your sales advice, but I will tell you, one of the things I appreciate the most about what you do on LinkedIn is your commentary is spot on. I love it when you comment on other people's sales advice and actually calling spades a spade. That car is being driven by nobody.
Yeah, you thought this was freaky.
Oh, there is somebody in the backseat.
There's a Waymo.
The guy. Wait. This is good.
But I think I think that's like Uber, though.
Yeah, the guy being driven by a driverless vehicle is taking a picture of us in the Cybertruck. He is. Look at that. Yeah, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Let me just pose for a second. Yeah.
This is as meta as it gets.
What is going on? Like, what is happening to us right now?
Did we smoke some weed or something? We got this thing.
Seriously, that is crazy. Sorry, I don't even remember what your question was, but that was fantastic.
You were just complimenting me on my commentary.
I was. Your commentary.
We should go back to that and give that its proper due in the time frame that we have.
We should. Your commentary is great, and it's so appropriate and spot on. I love you just call a spade, and I love it.
It's fun. I enjoy it. I do like telling a few stories on LinkedIn, but people seem to have this impression of a lot of crap out there. I don't know if you see that as well or not.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap out there. Yeah, a lot of noise, not a lot of signal. A lot of grandstanding. And it's just like it's become a little bit of a Facebook for business.
It has. Craig, let me ask you a question. So, what's a bigger waste of money, this Cybertruck or traditional sales training?
Oh my gosh.
Good. Give him a good one.
Yeah, I mean, well, traditional sales training, I think, is the core foundation for all of us, right? So that kind of got us to where we are today. And would you be here without it, Andrew?
No.
Okay, so I'll go with Cybertruck on that one because the sales training has paid a lot of bills for me. How's that?
I like that a lot. Big fan of sales training, obviously.
Is that the first vote for the Cybertruck? I think it is.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, it
might
sounded
be.
like.
Yeah, I think you're right. What other questions do we have for you guys that are important for today? Would you rather, here's a question for you. Think about planning. You guys must be planning, think about this year, success of this year and all the rest of it. Would you rather hire more people at less cost and quality to get coverage? Or would you rather hire fewer people at higher cost to get focus and quality?
That's another good Craig question. Over to you, Craig.
I've done both. I think in today's environment, I'd have to go for the quality and build a scalable organization that you can have confidence in that'll stand the test of time. I think that's the responsible way to do it, and work with the proper community to generate demand to scale as that demand comes forward. How's that?
Your background is in enterprise sales, Craig, right? So that's a more natural answer for you for that question. Yeah.
I think I'd love to hear Rob's view.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Look, good people are, nothing, it's kind of like, in athletics, speed kills, right? Like you always go get speed and, because you can't coach it. Good people in an organization are a lot like that, like you just need good people. And I think sometimes you just got to go get high quality ones and you got to pay a bit of a price, but at the end of the day, you're going to get to a good result. So I don't think you can skimp on that. You can skimp on a lot of things. People aren't one of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, the most important question of today is my last question for you guys. And that is, do you think that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey will make it through the postseason?
Well, I sure hope so, because good Lord, the NFL wouldn't have a fan base anymore without it.
I say no because I think she's going to need another album next year. So that'll give her.
She needs some breakup songs.
Yeah.
Oh, Craig with a hot sports opinion today. He's thinking that she's going to use Travis Kelsey for a breakup album.
I don't know.
Is that what you just said? Like, can we just?
Are you a closet Swiftie? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
One concert when my daughter was about 12. So
you and Tay Tay?
I don't think I'm in the club.
Oh,
you wore the bracelets though, right?
Let's see your socks. With,
Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber.
You're a believer as well?
A believer.
Oh, wow.
A believer.
Well, listen, Rob and Craig, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have a really good, productive RSA this year and for the rest of 2024 as well.
Tons of fun, man.
Awesome
Thanks
ride,
for the
man.
opportunity. Yeah, thanks for the ride, and thanks for making us feel like celebrities today.